ex-girlfriend requested an open relationship, but got upset when I just simply replaced her. Hey, true story. First off, I just want to say I recently found your channel and I've been binge watching your videos for the past week straight. Some of the stories are wild, some are painful, but all of them are real and honest, and I respect that. It made me realize I'm not alone in what I've been through. So here I am, submitting my story. My name is Nate. I'm 21 and I work as an Uber Eats driver while attending community college in Ohio. Life isn't super glamorous, but I stay busy grinding towards something better. I've always believed in treating people right, staying loyal, and not playing games. But that's not what I got in return from the girl I thought I'd spend my life with. So let me take it from the top. How we met. I met my ex-girlfriend, who I'll call Jay, during my first year in college. We didn't go to the same high school, but funny enough, we actually knew of each other during high school. You know how social media is. Mutual friends, same parties, same hangout spots. I always thought she was cute, but we never officially met back then. Fast forward to our freshman year of college, we both ended up attending different local community colleges, but still lived at home. We ran into each other one day at a mutual friend's small get-together. We talked, exchanged Instagrams, and it just kind of grew from there. I thought she was cool, fun, and had a great sense of humor. We were both figuring life out, working part-time, taking classes, and just vibing. The relationship. I thought what we had was solid. She'd come over to my house a lot, chill with my siblings, even help my mom cook dinner a few times. My mom loved her, and I was cool with her family too. Her dad used to joke around about me being the responsible one because he knew I didn't party or smoke or anything. We even did holidays together a couple of times. I'm talking Easter dinner, 4th of July barbecues, all that. We had our ups and downs like anyone else, but I never thought we had any real trust issues or problems. I never cheated, never even flirted with other girls. And truth is, I could have. There were definitely girls who liked me and made it known. Especially one girl who we'll call R, who worked at the same mall food court I delivered to sometimes. R always found a reason to come talk to me or compliment me, but I didn't entertain any of it because I was with Jay and I genuinely liked her. I wanted to build something with her. We'd go to the movies, take long drives just to talk, and sometimes just sit in her room and do homework together. Nothing fancy, just real connection. Or at least I thought it was. The request. One day, almost a year and a half into our relationship, Jay sat me down and hit me with the whole, "I've been thinking about something" line. You already know it's about to go left when someone says that. She starts talking about how she's been listening to podcasts and reading articles about open relationships and how it's evolutionary and natural to explore connections with other people while still loving your partner. She said she felt like monogamy might be outdated and that we should try something new and modern. She was smiling the whole time like it was some exciting proposal, and I just sat there stunned. I asked her straight up, "Is this about someone else?" She said no. She said she just wanted to grow as individuals and not hold each other back. In my head, I already knew it was over. I didn't say it out loud, but something just switched in me right then. I think she expected me to argue or beg or get jealous, but I didn't. I said, "Cool. If that's what you want, I'm not going to stop you. Let's open it up." Her face lit up like it was Christmas. She hugged me and started talking about how proud she was that we could be mature about it. Mature? Nah. It wasn't maturity. I just already knew what was about to happen. The switch up. Literally the next day, I was out delivering Uber Eats. And guess who I ran into again? R, the same girl from the food court. She smiled and said, "You've been ignoring me lately. What's up with that?" I smiled back and said, "Honestly, I was in a relationship, but not anymore." She raised her eyebrows and said, "Not anymore?" I told her the situation. She laughed and said, "That's wild. Want to go out sometime?" And I said, "Yes." We went out 2 nights later. And when I tell you the vibe was instant, I mean it was smooth from the jump. R was funny, smart, and didn't play games. She wasn't trying to trap me or test me. She was just herself. We talked for hours, and after that night, we started texting every day. I'd go deliver food during the day, finish my classes, then FaceTime her at night. R was refreshing. Like, I forgot what it felt like to be wanted for real, without conditions. Meanwhile, Jay noticed the shift. She started texting me more, asking where I was and who I was with. She even started randomly liking all my old Instagram photos like she was trying to reestablish territory. But here's where things got messy. The fallout. One night she FaceTimed me out the blue and said, "Who is that girl that keeps hearting all your posts on Facebook?" I laughed and said, "You asked for an open relationship? Why does it matter?" She flipped, said I was being disrespectful, said I was supposed to talk to her before seeing someone else. I asked her, "Did you talk to me before doing whatever you were planning to do?" She stayed silent. So I told her, "Her name's R. She's cool. We've been hanging out. I like her." She got quiet again, then hit me with, "Well, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to close the relationship." I said, "Then we should probably just break up." Boom. That was it. I meant it too. The harassment. After that call, she went nuclear. She started texting me nonstop, leaving voice messages saying I was a cheater, that I emotionally checked out before we agreed to open things up. She even told mutual friends that I was two-timing her and that I used the open relationship thing as an excuse to be with R. But that wasn't true. She was the one who opened Pandora's box. I just walked through the door she opened. What's crazy is she never told me who she was seeing, if anyone. But I'm not stupid. She had someone in mind. She probably thought I'd be stuck in my feelings while she did her thing. She didn't expect me to move on that fast, or to find someone better. And let me tell you, R is better. Way better. Jay would blow up my phone with long paragraphs, screenshots of my social media, even went as far as messaging R from a fake account saying, "He's a cheater. Be careful." R told me, block the account, and kept it pushing. That's why I mess with her heavy. She doesn't feed into drama. She told me if she really cared about you, she wouldn't have tested your loyalty like that. She was right. Eventually, I had to block Jay on everything. She was just too toxic. And the crazy part is, this all started because she thought the grass might be greener. Moving forward, I'm still with R. We're not officially boyfriend and girlfriend, but we're definitely close. She supports me, checks in on me, and even helps quiz me on my classwork sometimes when I'm tired from driving. We make each other better. Life isn't perfect, but it feels peaceful now. That's all I ever wanted. I'm gearing up to transfer to university this fall, August 25th, to be exact. Got my acceptance letter a few months ago. It's a big step, but I'm ready. I'm finally in a place where I can breathe, focus on my goals, and not feel drained by someone else's emotional games. Jay wanted an open relationship because she thought she could have her cake and eat it too. But the second she realized I wasn't going to wait around or chase her, she panicked. That's not love, that's control. I'm not bitter though. I learned a lot. I learned that loyalty doesn't mean anything if it's one-sided. I learned that some people will test you just to see if you'll fail and get mad when you pass. And most importantly, I learned that when someone shows you who they really are, believe them. Thanks for reading my story, True Story. If you want to combine it with other stories or split it into parts, that's cool with me. Just wanted to get this off my chest. Keep doing what you do. Much love and respect. Follow up. My ex showed up at my parents' house after I moved on. A true story. it's Nate again. I wasn't planning to send a follow up so soon, but man. The very next day after I sent in my first email, everything hit the fan. I guess I underestimated how unhinged Jay was really about to get. So I figured I might as well share the update because honestly, it's kind of wild and low key embarrassing, but it's also proof that I made the right decision by walking away from her. Let me take you through what happened. The setup, my little sister's birthday party. So this happened literally the day after I sent in my first email to you. My little sister was turning 13, and my parents decided to throw a small backyard party. Nothing major, just close family, a few of her school friends, pizza, balloons, and one of those big inflatable water slides. You know the deal. R came by too. I didn't invite her as my plus one or anything official like that. It's just my family already knows her because I've been talking about her a lot, and she's come by the house a few times to chill. She brought a card and a small gift for my sister, which was really thoughtful. My mom likes her already, but she's been keeping it cool, just saying things like, "She seems sweet," or "Y'all look good together." You know how moms are when they peep something good. Anyway, everything was going great. We were out in the backyard, kids were running around, music playing, barbecue going. Normal, peaceful Saturday until Jay showed up. The entrance, Jay shows up uninvited. I wish I was making this up, but she legit pulled up uninvited like we were still cool or something. And it wasn't subtle either. She came strutting through the side gate into the backyard like she had every right to be there, dressed like she was going clubbing, not like someone showing up to a child's birthday party. I saw her before she saw me, and my immediate thought was, this can't be real. My mom noticed her next and said, "Is that Jay?" I just nodded. My dad muttered under his breath, "What the hell is she doing here?" And she stood up and calmly moved closer to where I was standing, like she already knew some BS was about to go down. Jay spotted us and made a beeline straight toward R. Not me, not my mom. R. I stepped in between them and said, "Jay, what are you doing here?" She looked past me like I was invisible and said, "So this is the girl you cheated with?" R stayed cool. She said, "I'm not about to argue with you." That made Jay even madder. She shouted, "Oh, now you're too classy to speak? You're just some little rebound he's using to get over me." At this point, my cousins, uncles, and aunties were all standing around like, "Yo, is this really happening right now?" I turned to Jay and said, "You need to leave. This isn't the time or place." And then she snapped. She started yelling about how I betrayed her, how I embarrassed her, and how I must have been messing with R the whole time we were together. My dad walked over, calm but firm, and said, "You need to leave before I call the cops. This is a kid's party." That's when she started crying, right there in front of everybody. The meltdown, public tears and accusations. She dropped to her knees, yes, dropped and started crying hard. Not a single tear rolling down the cheek kind of cry. I'm talking full-blown sobbing. She screamed, "You said you loved me. You said I was your best friend. How could you move on so fast?" Now I'm standing there frozen, embarrassed and trying to figure out if someone spiked the punch. My mom had to pull my sister and her friends back into the house because now everyone was staring. I tried one last time to de-escalate. I said, "Jay, you're not thinking straight. Please go home." She shouted, "You broke my heart and replaced me with some cheap mall girl, and now you have the nerve to bring her around your family." R just stood there unfazed. She wasn't about to be baited into anything. That made me respect her even more. Eventually, my uncle escorted Jay back to her car. She kept crying and talking the whole way to the driveway. Before she drove off, she shouted, "You'll regret this, Nate." Spoiler alert, I don't. The aftermath. Facebook tantrums and tagging me in posts. I figured that would be the end of it. Nope, that was just the beginning. Later that night, I started getting tagged in Facebook posts. Jay went on an emotional rampage, and it was embarrassing. Here's a sample of the post she made, and yes, she tagged me directly in all of them. Crazy how you give someone your heart and they toss it like trash. At Nate. Never been this betrayed in my life. I hope she was worth it. At Nate. Ladies, protect your hearts. Men will smile in your face while texting another girl behind your back. At Nate. She even posted a 5-minute video of herself crying on her porch with a sad playlist playing in the background. I wish I was joking. People have started commenting things like, "Girl, you deserve better," and "What did he do to you?" And I'm just sitting there reading this like, is this a breakup or a PR campaign? R saw the post too. She just laughed and said, "She's going through it, huh?" But it didn't stop there. The fake victim narrative. She started reaching out to mutual friends, twisting the story, saying I lied to her and manipulated her into an open relationship just so I could cheat without guilt. She claimed I was emotionally abusive, that I never really cared about her, and that I discarded her like trash. Luckily, a lot of people knew better. My close friends know I'm not the type to play those kinds of games. One of my boys texted me like, "Bro, your ex is out here writing Shakespearean tragedies on Facebook." Another mutual friend, who knew both me and Jay from college, messaged me and said, "She's saying a lot of things, but none of it adds up. Didn't she ask for the open relationship?" Exactly. Jay wanted to play the modern, progressive, we should be free to love card until the consequences didn't go her way. The second I actually moved on, and happily, she lost it. It's like she thought I'd just be sitting at home miserable while she explored whatever freedom she thought she wanted. When that didn't happen, the only option left was to paint herself as the victim. My family's reaction. After she left that day, my mom came up to me and said, "Son, I never want to see that girl on this property again. I don't care what history you two had." My dad just shook his head and said, "That was chaos. And it wasn't even your chaos. It was hers. Stay far away from people like that." Even my little sister, who used to really like Jay, said, "That was scary. She used to be so nice." I didn't respond. I just nodded and said, "Yeah, I know." R's reaction and why I respect her even more. The crazy thing is, this whole mess could have been way worse if R wasn't as level headed as she is. She never raised her voice, never talked back, never threw shade. After it all, she just said, "I hope she finds peace, but that girl clearly isn't over you." She could have dragged Jay. She could have posted clapbacks on her story, but she didn't. R told me, "I'm not competing with your past. If you want me here, I'm here. But I'm not playing games." That's when I realized this is what grown women act like. This is what peace looks like. No passive aggression, no testing boundaries, just clear intentions. I told her, "You don't need to worry about her. I'm done with that chapter." And I meant every word. Where I'm at now. It's been a week since the backyard meltdown, and things have mostly quieted down. Jay stopped tagging me in posts, probably because she realized I wasn't going to engage. Or maybe someone in her circle finally told her how ridiculous she was acting. R and I are still talking, still getting closer. She's been supportive as I get ready to transfer to university on August 25th. She even helped me get a few things from Target to start packing. Mini fridge, desk lamp, all that. As for me, I'm feeling good, focused, calm. I've been back out delivering Uber Eats during the day and studying at night. Nothing flashy, just handling my business. And honestly, this whole experience taught me that people reveal themselves the moment they don't get what they want. Jay didn't expect me to actually replace her. She thought the threat of an open relationship would scare me into chasing her harder. But all it did was show me how disposable I was to her, and how easy it was to replace someone once I realized my own value. final thoughts. I want to end this follow up by saying something to anyone out there who's in a similar situation. If someone asks you for an open relationship out of nowhere, they already have someone in mind. Don't let them sell you dreams about freedom and growth. Most of the time, it's just selfishness wrapped in pseudo intellectual lingo. And if someone wants to leave, let them. The person who's meant for you won't need an open option. I still get tempted to respond to Jay, to clear my name or argue back. But I don't. I'm learning that silence speaks louder than any post or paragraph ever could. She can cry on Facebook. She can write poems in the sky. I'm done. I'm building my future now. I've got new goals, new peace, and maybe even a new love. Thanks again, True Story. Your channel helped me realize I wasn't alone. If you share this update, I hope it reaches someone who needs it. Much love and respect.